There's also a thing on the mic dial might be turned way up on the ghetto blaster there. Or speaker, on ghetto blaster.
Works for me. No, nobody else understands what you're saying, but we all do.
Okay, test, test, test. I think that's a little better. Yeah. Okay, here we go, everybody. So it is 7 o'clock and we are I am calling to order the regular council meeting for Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 for the Township of Nipigon. We'll start with our land acknowledgement. In the spirit of reconciliation, the Corporation of the Township of Nipigon respectfully acknowledges it is located on the traditional lands of the Red Rock Indian Band, signatory to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850. And the township further respectfully acknowledges the historic presence of other signatories on these lands. Is there any, are there any addendum to the agenda tonight?
Yes.
There is? Okay.
Under item 3, the delegation has been withdrawn at the request of the presenter prior to the meeting.
Okay.
Questions have been answered by staff. So.
Okay, so she's satisfied that the questions have been answered. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest this evening? No. Okay. Seeing none, of course, we'll move on past number 3 because the delegation has been canceled. And we'll move on to item number 4, approval of previous council minutes for February 24th, 2026. Our regular council meeting minutes. Are there any questions or concerns about those minutes? No? Okay, so we have a resolution to approve the minutes. Who would like to move that? Councillor Cartwright, who would like to second? Councillor Westaver. Resolution 2026-039 moved by Councillor Cartwright, seconded by Councillor Westaver. Be it resolved that this council approves the regular meeting minutes of February 24th, 2026 as presented. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okay. All right, next we have item number 5, council business and administration. Item A, bylaw enforcement quarterly report. Okay, does anyone have any comments about this report or questions for the CAO?
Fox.
Yes. One of the description of one of the complaint descriptions is Fox.
I know.
It could mean anything.
He was smoking outside of the community. All right. Nothing else?
I think he was looking for Terry's coyote.
Yeah. All right. So we do have, I believe we have a resolution. Yes, we do, to receive the quarterly report. Would like to move this? Councillor Harper? Seconded? Councillor Hart? Resolution 2026-040 moved by Councillor Harper, seconded by Councillor Hart. Be it resolved that this council receives the bylaw enforcement quarterly report November 2025 to January 2026 for information. All in favor? Opposed? And carried.
You know this one thing? There's no dogs.
That is a good thing. Yeah, we're over quarter, so 3 months and
Fox is technically
9 issues over 3 months. A canine.
It's a canine.
Not necessarily.
technically.
Red Rock had a fatality with.
Okay, yeah. Okay, next we will go on to item number B, letter B. Correspondence, March 3rd, 2026. This is a letter to our mayor and council from Superior Greenstone Public School Board Chair McRae. So this letter to us was asking for support. It looks, from my understanding, the provincial government are looking to remove trustees from the scenario of school boards.
They're at least considering it.
Okay. All right, does anyone have any questions about that request?
They're eliminating. They want to get rid of all the trustees,
Of the
and
local
just have it,
trustees. Local,
all the local trustees. Yeah, that, I don't think that's a great idea, but. And so I support that.
yeah, for sure, the local trustees, know about the local issues. Did you ladies know about that? Were you aware of that? That they were were not trying to, but proposing to eliminate local, school board trustees?
No, I
No?
didn't hear any of the teachers.
Okay. I think it's a terrible idea.
It is.
All right, so, who would like to move to support this? Who'd like to move the resolution to support? Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Hart. Okay, this is, resolution 2026-041, moved by Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Hart. Whereas locally elected trustees provide essential community representation, and whereas rural and northern communities rely on trustees to reflect local priorities, ensure accountability, and advocate for students. And whereas proposed changes may reduce or eliminate locally elected trustees, therefore be it resolved that this council affirms support for maintaining elected trustees. And therefore that the mayor and clerk send a joint letter to the Ministry of Education and the Premier, with copies to OPSBA, Roma, AMO, and local MPPs, asking for a government pause on this issue and asking the government to commit to a full-scale, transparent, and province-wide consultation on school board governance models. All in favor? Opposed? And carried.
Did anybody hear why they were doing this? Is it money thing, or I'm not sure what the rationale was.
I'm not sure, do you,
I believe it's control. They're kicking out all the
Yeah.
school boards and they just
It's
want
the
to run
same
them.
thing with the conservation areas, trying to move it all.
yeah,
Actually, that was just on the news. They changed it.
Yeah.
They went back, Lake Head's
Yeah.
gonna have their own, so that's good. too.
I was just about to say that.
so maybe if enough people,
Well, we're lobbying and that's, yeah, so.
yeah.
Hopefully they
Yeah.
back off on that.
Yeah.
'Cause they've taken over a few already, I think, like the Toronto one and.
I think it was Peel or York.
Yeah, something, yeah. That's just Doug Ford picking on Toronto again, you know.
Acting like Trump.
Alrighty, let's move on to sundries, number 6, January 15th, 2026, the direct, I'm just gonna leave this off because there's a bit of a wild feedback there, it sounds staticky, so I'll just speak loudly. If that's okay, and I think the owl's pretty close to me, so. Sundries A, January 15th, 2026, the District of Thunder Bay Social Services Administration Board regular meeting minutes. This is just for information. Does anybody have any questions about that, about the minutes there? No. Okay, and next we have the January 28th, 2026 Nipigon Public Library Board regular meeting minutes. Does anybody have any comments about that? And Counselor Cartwright, you're on the representing council on the library board, so if anyone has any questions, Counselor Cartwright may be able to answer. Comments? As always, our library is very active and always partnering with the Red Rock Library, which is wonderful to see. Okay, and again, that was just for information, so there's no resolution for that. All right, next we have item number 7, Public Works. So A, we have the PWS report 2026-03-1002, as well as the Nipigon Drinking Water System 2025 Annual Summary Report. And we have, there she is, Taylor.
You can hear me?
So what we can do, as we normally like to do with Taylor, is Taylor can present her report. And I think, Taylor, what we'll do is we'll go by piece, okay? So if you want to present item number 1, and then if anyone has any questions,
Yeah.
we'll stop and then go from there, okay?
For sure.
I can't hear you. Make sure you're unmuted there.
Oh, I am.
So,
I am unmuted. Let me, 1 second. Sorry, can you guys hear me now?
audio settings maybe.
Can you hear me yet? Probably not. Hey, Tim. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I'm unmuted on my end, but it seems you guys can't hear me. Yeah, if that, we can give that a shot and see if that works. Yeah. Okay. And maybe I'll just mute. Try again. Still can't hear me on your guys' end. Through there. Okay. So, the first item is the Township of Nipigon drinking water system 2025 annual summary report. So council is advised that the Nipigon drinking water system annual summary report has been prepared to comply with section 11 and schedule 22 of Ontario Regulation 170.03 as currently amended to OREG 6520. The 2025 annual summary report has been submitted to the Ministry of Environment, Conservation and Parks, Mayor and Council, as well as being posted on the website. This report is available for review free of charge during normal business hours at the municipal office located at 52 Front Street, Nipigon, Ontario. So if anyone has any questions.
Questions
I
for
got one
Taylor?
question.
Yeah.
On the recommendations, do we have a plan to accommodate that or to get them done? Like there's some recommendations in that one, isn't there?
Yep, that there is a plan to get those addressed, yes.
Are we gonna have any trouble addressing them or any, challenges?
No, not for the water treatment plant, no.
Right, okay, thank you.
I think for the most part, it was recording.
Yeah, there was just a few
recording of different
recommendations in
things
there.
that- Yeah.
I
that
didn't
just
see
would be-
anything crazy, just,
Yeah.
we should be able to accomplish that, I
Yeah.
think, so.
Mhm.
Okay, okay with that? All right, go ahead to number 2, rehabilitation of Nipigon River Bridge closure of public walkway.
Yep, so council is advised that the MTO has retained Hatch Limited to complete the preliminary and detailed design study for the rehabilitation of the Nipigon River Bridge. The project will address ongoing erosion concerns, complete crack repairs to abutments and ballast walls, repair the concrete end dams, replace expansion joint seals, and undertake localized repairs to sidewalks, curbs, and damaged handrails. So construction is currently anticipated to begin in late June 2026 and conclude in early October 2026. So initial plans required a temporary closure of the pedestrian walkway located beneath the bridge. However, due to concerns raised by the municipality, Hatch has discussed the need for provisions in the contract with the MTO, which would require the contractor to maintain pedestrian access through the area during construction. This will involve localized temporary removal of sections of the existing rail system to create a minimum 1.2 meter wide pedestrian path along the bridge abutment. One minor update to my report. Initially, pedestrians were potentially going to be required to step up onto the existing curb in the area. But I just discussed with them that it does need to be accessible. So they're also including a part that they'll have to provide some sort of a ramp for anybody requiring. So these measures are anticipated to be required for approximately 2 weeks during the construction period. MTO has also contacted neighboring communities regarding the proposed work and no other concerns were identified. So if anyone has any questions or comments.
Okay,
How long do they think it's gonna take to complete it?
2 weeks.
Where?
Just for the pedestrian walkway closure. The repairs will be from June to October, so. So item number 3, continuation of snow removal efforts. So council is advised that the Public Works Department continues to carry out extensive snow removal operations across the community in response to significant snow accumulation this winter. Crews have completed snow hauling along Churchill Street, Hudson Avenue, First Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, 6th Street, 7th, 8th, and 9th, as well as McCurdy Avenue and Bell Street. In addition, snowbanks have been pushed back along main intersections, Front Street and Wadsworth Drive to improve roadway width and visibility for motorists and pedestrians. To support these ongoing efforts, 2 snow storage areas have been established at the old mill site and on municipal property near the Public Works garage to accommodate all the hauled snow. And we also will be tackling some more of Newton and the far end of Front Street as well in the coming days.
Anyone have any questions for Taylor on that? Question about, like sort of water buildup, I guess it's probably maybe how the roads were built originally, but, up on McCurdy, it is like an ice rink, like really, really bad where, and then you sort of go down and then there's other parts that are bare pavement. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that can be done and associated with that, what is our supply of salt and gravel? Because I know there's been a shortage. People are talking about shortages of these things. So how are we doing for that?
Yeah, so obviously we are right now with the kind of melting during the day and freezing overnight. Daily we're prioritizing sanding the streets, of course. And I mean, the one kind of nice thing about us is we actually don't use salt on our streets. We use a winter sand mix, which we haven't seen any issues with the supply of that this winter. And then in addition to that, another thing that we will be tackling in the next week or so is also opening up catch basins just to make sure that that flow of water. I know that the spring runoff and the melt this year is going to be significant. So just getting ahead of it and making sure that the catch basins are free and clear of ice and snow buildup, just so that we can hopefully divert the water as quickly as possible.
Just one more thing for me. I know that we have talked about the plowing of across the Texas Bridge at the marina, and it's not been gotten to, but I just wanted to I've seen 2 trucks, well, a car and a truck on separate occasions stuck across the bridge trying to get across. And it kind of, I mean, when you're going across it, it kind of looks like it might be plowed, and then you kind of get across and it's like, ooh, what do you, and so actually I think that's what happened both times, is then they try to turn around. And if you step off of that road, it's about, like, I would probably be up to my shoulders if I stepped off. So what would happen is they're go to turn around and then their vehicles go in. So I think maybe that if there's kind of a delay in plowing that area, because people are sort of used to going down there now, and they're really amped about going down that bridge, because they're really they're going they're getting stuck. So maybe there could be like a signs up or something that say like not plowed or at your own risk, go at your own risk or something like that, because I kind of feel bad when I see them like struggling and everything, and I think, yeah, it's.
Could we plow it?
I mean, well, that's the point, is that there's been no time because they've had to remove all of that, but again, it's like low on the priority list, right? So maybe some kind of signage to indicate that when it's not being maintained because it isn't a top priority, to sort of something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to mention the same thing, Suzanne. I think some signage definitely needs to go up there, just because, you know, we had a really busy winter and we weren't able to get there as frequently. And now that there is so much snow built up on the road, it's kind of really hard to then get in and cut that snow back. That's kind of turned to ice. But definitely we can get on putting, you know, up a barricade with some signage, just that, you know, pass at your own risk, and it's not ideal conditions on the other side there.
Something like that, not maintained or something, just to get, because it like I said, it is kind of hard to tell because everything's white and you kind of go across and then that's where they run into trouble. So
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it's not gonna be plowed at all probably for the rest of the winter just because of the melt and the freeze and it's been left too long because we've had, and I'm not criticizing because I know.
Oh,
there's
no.
I'm just, yeah, just to prevent people from getting in that situation.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. Any other
Yes.
questions?
Any other questions on that?
I was just gonna ask one thing about the sewer trunk, how that works.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, we're on to, she hasn't given a report on that yet,
oh,
so we're,
all right.
okay, so any other questions about the snow removal?
No,
No? Okay, you can go on to the next one there, Taylor.
Right, so next item is our acoustic leak detection equipment, the sewer and stethophone. So council is advised that following the significant water main break that occurred between December 23rd to January the 7th, the township has purchased acoustic leak detection equipment for use by the Public Works Department. This investment reflects a key lesson learned from the event, having the ability to quickly and accurately identify potential leaks in-house is critical to minimizing service disruptions and reducing response times. The equipment will allow staff to conduct preliminary acoustic leak detection internally, narrowing down suspected leak locations before engaging specialized contractors, thereby improving system resilience and supporting more efficient, proactive water infrastructure management. So this sewer and stethophone is a portable acoustic leak detection device designed to assist in locating leaks in water distribution systems. It allows operators to listen to and measure the sound of water escaping from the pipes, even at low flow rates, and can be used on a wide range of pipe materials and diameters. The device features sensitive microphones and digital signal processing to distinguish leak noise from background sounds, providing precise and reliable information to help narrow down the location of leaks before further investigation or repair work is undertaken. Its portability and ease of use makes it an effective tool for in-house preliminary leak detection, supporting our more efficient maintenance and rapid response to potential water system issues.
All right, okay, we have a couple of questions. We're gonna have Councillor Westhaver first.
no, that's what I was going to talk about, but I wasn't realizing that we weren't quite there yet. Yeah, I
Got ahead of
had.
yourself.
So did you have a question for her or?
Well, no, I was just wondering like how much it was, like, I don't remember seeing an invoice for it and.
Yeah, it was 3,000 for this specific system, which is one of the less invasive kind of systems that are out there. And yeah, it basically measures the sound frequencies in the water in the pipes. And essentially you can kind of go to different either hydrants, water valves, you can even go into people's homes and listen on the pipes as well. And basically kind of in a simple way of describing it, if the noise is louder, you're getting closer. So, we can preliminary start by going to all the hydrants, see where we're getting hits, and then from there listen in on the valves and also get into the residential homes or properties to really try and at least narrow it down before we have to bring in specialized teams to help us find leaks.
Yeah. That'll pay for itself quickly over the years, just finding it fast.
Yes, I'm
Councillor?
very excited.
Yeah,
What kind of training regiment is set up for Public Works? Are you gonna have just one person on this, or are you gonna do a universal training?
Yeah, so I'm actually meeting with the supplier tomorrow to do some training myself. And then from that, I will develop an SOP and it'll likely be kind of added into our operational plan for the water treatment plant, as well as into our standard operating procedures for there as well. So the water operators will also be trained as well as myself.
any other questions? $3,000, that's pretty, I was expecting $10,000 or $20,000.
I was too.
That's pretty,
Considering how much the contractors cost.
that's pretty good. That comes out of our water fund, I would imagine, right? Like, we have, yeah, okay. Perfect.
That Brianna will get it.
Okay, so we do have a resolution for this, if we have no more questions for Taylor. Who would like to move accepting her report as well as accepting the Nipigon Drinking Water System Annual Summary Report? Who would like to move that? Councillor Hart, who would like to second?
Oh, yeah.
Councillor Westhaver? Resolution 2026-042, moved by Counselor Hart, seconded by Counselor West Haver. Be it resolved that this council receives PWS report 2603-1002 for information and receives, acknowledges, and accepts the Nipigon Drinking Water System 2025 Annual Summary Report. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Thank you, Taylor. Great work.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, contractors must be expensive to haul in.
Yes, they are. Okay. That concludes our open session, but before we go into closed, I will be asking everyone if they have any other business to bring up. And we'll start with our student counselors. Do you guys have anything to
No.
bring up? Nothing happening? Okay. All right. Counselor Hart?
Not at this time.
Counselor Westhaver?
No, I would just like to comment at how well our meetings went on Thursday and Friday last week, and the speeches were great, and the food was awesome, and appreciate all the work that went into that.
Okay, that was for the Thunder Bay District Municipal League conference that was hosted here at the Legion. Yeah, agreed. All agreed on all of it. Counselor Cartwright. I was gonna say Anne Marie. Counselor Cartwright. Do you have anything? No. Counselor?
Nothing for me, no.
No. CAO, Cobbin, do you have anything?
No.
No. Brianna, EDO, nothing. Taylor gave us her report, so I think she's okay. What do I have here? Yeah, so I was gonna talk about the Thunder Bay District Municipal League. I just want to acknowledge Brianna as well. She was a very excellent support the whole, I think you were there for the whole conference, right? And the day before and after everyone went home to clean up and everything. And so thank you very much for that. And I'm not sure if it'll be coming back anytime soon. It's in Thunder Bay next year, and then who knows after that. So we'll see. But I think it went really well, and people came up to me and complimented us on hosting. So thank you for that.
Haven't seen any pictures of.
She's working on it. I can't read my own writing.
That's bad.
Oh no, it's irrelevant now. One thing that we should be planning for that will come up quickly is the mayor's community cleanup. So that happens every May, usually on the day of action, which Sumi tells me is the second Tuesday of May, which I think is May 12th. So that's something that we want to keep on top of. I don't know if the snow will be gone by that time.
That'll be the question.
Yeah, so we'll have the tentative date to be on that day, but maybe we can, sometimes we do it sort of on the Thursday before the long weekend of May, and usually the snow is usually gone by
Mostly
now.
not.
Tim's in a panic, like, this will be your first spring. We don't really get a spring. Yeah, and I think that's it. Just don't forget, we did post the information on nominations for Senior of the Year. So I think that is March 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, is the deadline. So just encouraging people to put in a nomination, and if they do, full name of the person as well as many details as possible on their civic and volunteer actions, and so that we can have as much information as possible. So
Are there forms like
no, I don't think there's a form. It's just they send an
okay.
email to Simran with the information. So
Your meeting this morning.
yes, thank you. I didn't write it down because it just happened today. So as everybody knows, the NDP, the provincial NDP opposition party, or a few of the MPPs are doing a tour of the northern highways. They didn't get a chance to stop at the Thunder Bay District Municipal League on Friday. They had a full schedule and they had to eat. So that I knew that they were coming back this way. So anyway, so they were back through this way, and they stopped in Nipigon this morning, and Glenna was there to our local reporter to have a chat with them. And I was there, and there was a fellow from Red Rock there, and I'm not sure what his name was.
His name is Kelly Colby.
Kelly Colby,
He
okay.
lived there 3 years, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, so he was there as well, because it was announced on the radio that they would be through, so, Lise Beaujois, our MPP, was there, and Marit Stiles, who's the leader of the opposition, Sol Mamakwa, and, John, I always forget his last name, and Guy Bourwen, yes, and Guy Bourwen, I think his name is. So anyways, it was a full house at Tim Hortons, and, lots of opportunity to chat. I know that they've heard a lot about a lot of different
For
things,
sure.
and it, and we do have to remember they're the opposition. We're sort of preaching to the converted when we talk to them. They just want they just want more sort of fuel for the fire to bring to the government that actually makes the decisions. So on top of everything else, I did talk to them a little bit about the troubles we've been having with Ontario 511, the website, and it's not always updated for several hours. So hoping maybe that there can be some kind of a policy where it's updated, whether there's a change or not, that it's shown as updated every couple of hours at least, so you're not looking at it going 12 hours later and you're on Facebook. Like, that's what all of that is
You get more
supposed to
information
avoid.
on Facebook.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, I think that it's a good idea, but the execution of it again needs some work, so.
Used to be a direct link, if the OPP is closing the highway, well, should happen right now. But,
Yeah, but I think it goes through the MTO, so the
Yeah, or
OPP
something,
tells the MTO and the MTO has to update it,
Yeah.
so. And I think if there's no updates, they just don't update it, and then it, even when it opens and it doesn't get updated for a couple of hours, so I'm not sure where the breakdown is, but I told them about that and that they
Yeah.
should look into that to see if they.
She also was in time to meet with the coffee group. So
Oh.
those coffee guys.
So she
all
had
went
other
there
people to
and-
talk to
And
after.
then they went to the bridge, and I heard that she met people over there as well, so.
Yeah.
Were they going up 11 home or 17 or?
No, they were going up,
No,
they went to
17.
Marathon.
They're a
Oh.
marathon.
Up that way, yep, so they met with,
But she
Marathon,
got to talk to quite a few people.
which is good, and I think a lot of people, they had a town hall in Thunder Bay last night, and it was apparently a
Oh,
full house, over 100 people,
Said it
so.
was very emotional too. the
Yes,
stories
well,
they-
people have
For
passed
sure,
away,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely, so.
Sad stories.
So hopefully they're successful in getting a few of their goals, realized when Parliament comes back, so.
I don't know if they ran into any terrible highways. I'm not sure which way they came, but.
When they were coming, from, the
Marathon.
east,
uh-huh.
there was closures that they just missed. I think they just missed them. And then when they were driving this morning, when they got to Tim Hortons, they were telling us that they didn't, I don't think they saw the transport.
No,
but they-
filmed it.
They filmed it, but it had just happened.
Yeah.
And the transport was in the median and all twisted around. And then their 2 police cars had just pulled up, so it just happened. So they basically witnessed a couple of things within a couple of days, so.
Yeah, they got some reality check. there.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyways, thank you for reminding me, because I should always write things down, and I knew there was something else. So anyways,
They've been a bit busy.
yeah, we're gonna go into closed session at this point, so we're gonna have a resolution to go into closed. Who would like to move to go into closed? Counselor Harper, and who would like to second? Counselor Westhaver. So resolution 2026-043, moved by Counselor Harper, seconded by Counselor Westhaver. Be it resolved that this council now resolve into closed session at 7:34 PM pursuant to section 2392K of the Municipal Act 2001 to discuss a position plan procedure criteria or instruction to be applied to negotiations. All in favor? Opposed and carried. All right, does anyone have to go to the washroom or grab a drink or anything? Who else can- Oh, and it looks like we're recording, although I didn't hear the recording, but I see it up there, so I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have another resolution to authorize our CAO to proceed as directed in the closed session. Who would like to move that? Counselor Hart, seconded by Counselor Cartwright. Resolution 2026-0545, moved by Counselor Hart, seconded by Counselor Cartwright. Be it resolved that the Chief Administrative Officer is authorized to proceed as directed in the in-camera closed session. All in favor? Opposed and carried. All right, this is the 3 readings and approval for the bylaw to confirm the actions of the meetings held today and prior. Who would like to move this one? Oh, Counselor Harper, you want to second it?
Yes.
Okay, seconded by Counselor Westhaver. Resolution 2026-046, moved by Counselor Harper, seconded by Counselor Westhaver. Be it resolved that this council gives 3 readings and approves bylaw 2021, being a bylaw to confirm the actions of the meetings held on and prior to March 10th, 2026. All in favor? Opposed and carried. Okay, and then we have our closure of the meeting resolution. Who would like to move this one? Thank you, Counselor Cartwright. Who would like to second? Counselor Harper. Resolution 2026-047, moved by Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Harper. Be it resolved that this council meeting adjourns at 8:06 p.m. to meet on March 24th, 2026 for the next regular meeting or at the call of the mayor. All in favor? Opposed and carried. Thank you, everybody.
You have a good trip when you get there?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope nothing goes